start the FB live in a bit. And we're up in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, we're live.
Hey.
I don't see it. Are we live?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Is that really live?
3, 2, 1. There you have it.
There.
All right. So we're on Facebook Live if you're watching us. Bell Films, of course, is proud to present its grand comeback movie. It's the political action thriller Contradiction. A lot of stars here. You got Chris Bernal, Katrina Halidi, Paolo Paraiso, and so much more. It's directed by two-time Palanca Award-winning director Niel de Mesa. You can catch Contradiction in cinemas nationwide. We have the star of the movie Contradiction in the studio today. He has about, if I'm not mistaken, 25 films under his belt and about 11 TV shows to his credit. And we're excited to meet him personally. Everybody, Jake Cuenca on the Mellow 94.7.
Hello.
Good afternoon,
afternoon. Good afternoon.
So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
We were just talking before we went on air and on live Facebook. To carry a film like Contradiction on your shoulders is such a heavy and such a not an easy task, to say the least, right? And the issue about the war on drugs in our country has always been a very heavy subject.
Yeah.
Could your role as Alex Borlaza be the most challenging role that you have portrayed yet in your career?
Most challenging. I've done a lot of challenging roles, man. I'll tell you the truth. But then I would say one of the heaviest ones. I would say challenging. I've done a lot of out of body experience roles, in the past or in any media, like in every medium, theater, film, and TV. But this one the challenge was to keep the emotional continuity because of what happened. I'll give you a small spoiler.
But not too much, because
Not too
people would
much.
still want to.
No. This is just the beginning of the movie.
All right.
So my character is a human rights activist, and I'm against EJK, the extrajudicial killings, and that's what he does for passion until his house gets stormed in by drug addicts, and his wife and his family gets killed by the same drug addicts. So from that point, he tries to investigate, the murder of his family, and then he decides to join PERYA, the narcotics, he joins PERYA, but then he still can't get over the loss of his family, so he becomes a vigilante killer at night. So he's a PERYA agent by day and a vigilante killer at night. So the biggest challenge of this film was to carry that baggage and to have that atmosphere every time you see me in the screen. I wanted the people to see my wife and my kids there with me, even though they're not with me in the scene. So I guess that was the heaviest and most challenging part of the role. And I had to, until we finished the shooting process, the filming process, only then did I really let go of that baggage and let go of that heaviness and angst and everything. So that for me was the most challenging part of the role.
The premiere night. You had none other than the president also watching the movie. So how was it like, meeting our president? And what are your thoughts on him, recommending or endorsing the movie Contradiction?
I'm very much flattered. I'm very much flattered. It's not every day that you have the president watch, your film. It's not every day that he walks in and watches one of your films and you can actually see him. And I'm very much flattered, and I'm very much thankful for the endorsement, and I'm very much thankful for him coming by the premiere night. But at the end of the day, I know, obviously, the movie is very socially relevant with everything that's happening now. But for me, I just put it out there that the thing that made me accept this film was when I read the script. It was challenging for me. What entices me as an actor is the challenges. The challenges that, which means the roles that will challenge me the most. And this was one that, when I first read it, I really liked the script, and I really liked the challenges for my character.
All right, so now that you've seen the movie, the end result and everything else put together, I'm sure that there have been so many challenging parts in just creating the movie. But were there times that you actually enjoyed making this movie? What were those times that you enjoyed, being part of a movie like Contradiction?
I enjoyed watching my co-actors and co-actresses shine. I saw Ritz Azul before my eyes. I had barely known her, but they asked me for who I wanted to play my wife, and I said, I think Ritz would play a really good, and they wouldn't expect that part from her neither. So she accepted it. So when I saw her do her scenes, I was very proud of her, and to see Chris Bernal get an opportunity like this, it's something that people have not probably seen her in this light when it comes to TV shows and her other projects. So I was very much proud to see her in that light. And at the same time, Paolo Paraiso, I was. It's often me in that role, the villain role. It's often me who plays that mischievous.
You're always that bad guy, right?
Yeah.
The people that love to hate.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, and I enjoy that hat too. So when I saw Paolo put so much creativity in portraying his character as Monster, I was very proud of them. So I think one thing that I can say that I really enjoyed about being the lead of this movie was watching the supporting cast or the other lead stars shine at their brightest.
You can check out Jake Cuenca on his socials. On Instagram, it's one Carlos Cuenca, and then on Facebook, you have Jake Cuenca Official.
That's actually a fan page, but you can catch me on Twitter at @IJCuenca on Twitter.
There you go. But you're pretty close to your fans, nonetheless, right?
Yeah.
So might as well, promote your fans
for
because
sure.
they're always there. They're always supporting you. For moviegoers who enjoy a bit of romance, they usually go and watch rom-com movies or love stories, and for someone who's an adrenaline junkie, they would probably go and watch an action film. So, well, what sort of person is going to enjoy and relate to this movie, Contradiction?
Well, for me, I said they keep asking me what can you learn about this film. What's the message of the film? And I say that there are a lot of messages and a lot of things to learn while watching our film. But definitely, that's why it's called Contradiction, because there's a lot of contradictions in socially with what's going on right now. Everyone has an opinion, right? So watching this gives a voice to both sides, both parties. But at the end of the day, like for me, I would always say, hey, when you watch a movie, like I wouldn't compare my movie to John Wick or anything like that, but of course not. But like when I watch films like that, I just sit down and watch and want to get entertained. So for me, if they can sit down and just watch the film for what it is, I would really appreciate that, because there were a lot of, obviously, like aside from the drama, we put a lot of effort into the action scenes, and that I can say that you'll be very full when you watch our action scenes.
Very well said, Jake.
Yeah.
For those who are watching Facebook Live, the camera is there. Please do invite our FB viewers to come and see Contradiction if they haven't seen the movie already.
Yes, please. To everyone who's seen it already, everyone who went to our premiere night, I just want to say thank you very much. Thank you very much for the love and support that night. It was an amazing night. But I'm inviting everyone. It's the weekend. It's payday Friday. So please, if you can catch it, please catch Contradiction, directed by Niel de Mesa, of course starring Chris Bernal, Paolo Paraiso, Katrina Halili, Elizabeth Orpesa, and many, many more, directed by Niel de Mesa. Please catch us, Contradiction, showing nationwide.
And this is under Bell Films. Again,
Yes.
Jake Cuenca, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
And we'll probably go in to see Contradiction this weekend. Good recommendation. There you have it, Jake Cuenca.
Thank you.
Thank you.